You did? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about social media this morning and all the do's and don'ts and what to do and what not to do. How many of you raise your hand if you watch the social media videos? Put it in the chat. Just put yes or no or whatever. Nobody. Okay. Well, going to be one thing for you to do tonight is make sure that you do watch the social media videos. We're going to learn about it this morning. We also have Lloyd coming in this morning in probably about an hour. He's going to spend about 15 or 20 minutes with everybody. He is the social media director for Bolt Stores, which controls our Facebook page, Instagram, and all the other social media avenues that we have. So since we didn't do that, first of all, let's get into social media so you understand what I'm talking about and what the do's and don'ts are. First of all, every single person needs to use personal page. You're not going to make a business page. I have two pages. I have one business and one personal, which I'm converging both of them together. So they're all just going to be my personal page. When you're in this type of business, everybody wants to see who you are and know who you are and know something about you so they could feel the personal connection. Some of you may have a problem with this and some of you don't. But those of you who don't are going to end up being a lot more successful than the others. The people who are in the media and do it the right way are the ones who drive a lot of traffic to themselves personally and do extremely well. So social media is going to account for about 34% of your business going forward. So when you have a Facebook page, and those of you, if you want to, you can connect with me on Facebook. It's just my name, Don Michael Diamond, and you can connect with me on there, and I'll approve it. And then we're going to talk about other things that go in there, because when you do make your videos and you do it the right way, I always see them, and then I'll share them with hundreds and hundreds of other people also. So I spread your videos out. That's why it's a good idea to connect with me on that area. But don't make a business page. That's not the thing to do. Just keep your own personal page, and the content that you use and that you're going to do, as long as it stays in the format that I'm going to tell you, you really don't need approval to put it up on our Facebook page, as long as you're not doing anything stupid. Now, the one thing you want to make sure is that if your Facebook page personally, you got you know, drunk and throwing up everywhere and doing keg parties and standing on your head and, you know, showing people how you tattooed the back of your neck, you know, I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. Uh, you don't want to do that. Okay. Pictures you can put as private and set them off, but otherwise, everything else you could do normally. The other thing you want to try to do is try to curtail yourself from being seriously political on your Facebook page, because the only thing that's going to do is get you into a fight and a debate, and that's not going to be anything positive for you at all. So try to keep the politicalness out of it if you can. So there's two particular areas of Facebook. One, which is your general Facebook, and then the second is Marketplace. Completely different things. Everything that you're going to put on Facebook is you're not going to be selling anything, okay, at all. All you're going to be doing is making how-to videos and introduction videos. So in other words, and I'm going to try and show some stuff on YouTube so you guys can see it, and hopefully it doesn't become a, you know, technical disaster, but we'll see. But one of the things that you want to do is you're going to do how-to videos. So just like he says, okay, show you guys how to use the navigation system on a 2020 Camry TRD. So you would go to a Camry TRD, you would title it "How to Use the Navigation on a 2020 Camry." And all you would do is say, "Hi, this is David Cathers over here at Toyota of Katy, and I'm just here to show you how to use the navigation system on this 2020 Camry." And then you go through all the features and benefits of the navigation system, and you post it. And one of the things that you're always going to post and always do is there's a little location button, a little red mapping button. You always want to click that, pick, the location where you're at, so it's set. And then you want to tag, as long as you don't get yourself into trouble, tag as many people as you can for your video, and then post it. And these videos should never be longer than a minute or 2 minutes at max. The highest count that you can put up is 3 minutes, but you really could do the best job you can not to put up a 3-minute video, because after about 2 minutes, people start losing interest. So usually about 2 minutes is about the max. And you could get a lot done in that period of time, believe it or not. That's why I tell you, get a selfie stick or get the little tiny stand. Or, like I said, what works great is a stapler with a rubber band, because it has a rubber bottom. You can just put the stapler on the dashboard or wherever in the car, and it sticks, and it works. There's a lot of different things you can do to use your phone. But the best thing about it is when you're making these videos, don't have to go through a lot of stuff in order to make them work. So if you're using KindMaster or you're using iMovie or whatever platform you want to make the video, just always make sure you're the two bottom corners. Got to do. Even if you forgot and you didn't do that, that's okay, because in Facebook, you're going to have the location of where you're at, and in the title, you're going to have the words. The other thing that you want to do also in the title of the video is you want to put a couple of hashtags. One, you want to put the name of the hashtag, the name of the store, and hashtag the car. So it would be, hashtag Toyota Katy, hashtag Toyota Camry, not just Camry, but Toyota Camry, or whatever it is that you're doing. And then you can hashtag your name if you want to. Not really necessary, but it does. But the biggest thing is the location, and also tagging some friends and sharing it. And that's what you're going to put on regular Facebook. As many how-to videos, you should do at least just one every day. And that should never take you more than about 5 minutes. Edit and put up on the internet. It should never take you longer than that. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you should tag me in it. And the story in your news feed, that's where it belongs. And you got tons of makes and models. I mean, tons of models that we have. So you're not going to run out of products. So all you got to do is one feature every day. You could do different things. Show where the location is of the oil dipstick, the transmission fluid, all those kind of things. How to program the radio, different features with the radio, with the air conditioning system, how to change a tire. You can even talk about the car, horsepower, features, benefits, and when the new models come out. You got a new color, feature it, show it. Just don't have anything to do with sales on there, okay? Because that doesn't work, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Now, where you do want to get to, and I'm going to pull it up here a second. Let me just see. We've always got the. Let's see. I sent everybody all the stuff. Some people still not logging on. I don't know why. I can get the link. Anyway, so one of the now when we start talking about marketplace, okay, you want to join at least 10 groups, okay. One of them, the number one you want to do right now is groups. Okay, and everybody write this, because you need to join it. It's already got 1,226 members. It is called Cypress Spring Tomball Buy, Sell, Trade, Barter. Cypress Spring Tomball Buy, Sell, Trade, Barter. Okay, and you'll see it has a Texas flag as far as the picture, so you're looking at the right one. Everybody requests to be in that particular group. Obviously, you'll get approved right away. And then you can join 10 more groups, or actually 9 more groups after that. And they should be in either your zip code area or the dealership zip code area. And they should be stuff that is not garage sales or anything else. They're groups that have stuff for sale. Read the group before you do it. But you want to get into that group, and then other groups that have the everything else that has the the sell groups in there. Look at the count, look at what it has. So I'm going to put it in there. Let's see. So it's Cypress, Spring, Tomball, buy, sell, trade, barter. There's I put it in the chat, and yes, they have furniture for sale, all kinds of items for sale. Now, when we're talking about marketplace in that area, like a group like that, and there's a lot of them, some have 20, 30,000 members, all that kind of stuff. You want to get 10 groups in marketplace, because what you're going to do in marketplace is where you can put a car for sale. Because on regular Facebook, if you start doing live videos or other stuff like that, if you start trying to sell people stuff like that, they're just going to lose interest and you're going to get no traction. Okay. So, can you guys hear me? David, give me a thumbs up. You can hear me? Okay. Some people said they can't hear me. I don't know why. So again, in marketplaces where everything is going to be for sale. So number one, if you're going to do a walk around video, you have to keep it under 2 minutes. Some people have asked me about that. And yes, the group is on Facebook. It's a Facebook group, the one I just put up. So you're going to, again, going back to it, you're going to join 9 more besides that one, all going to be, everything for buy, sell, trade, barter, those kind of words in that group. You got Sugarland, Katy, Pearland, Tomball, all the different areas that are around here, Meyerland, Midtown, whatever works for you, that's fine, whatever group you want to get into. Once you get into this particular group first, then that gives you, Katy Bargain Hunters is another one. That's good too. There's a lot of them, but get in there that they have a high count, 1,000 and above. Some you see are 10,000, 20,000, stuff like that. And that's all fine. The higher the group, the better. There's another one that's called like Houston Sell It ASAP or something like that. There's a lot of cars in there. And that's why I say go to some of the other ones. Besides that, that's a good one to be in, but get some other ones that don't have a lot of car traffic so you could kind of stand out and be the car traffic. Allison that works here, she does a great job with it. She's gotten really deep into the videos. And she makes, like, she edited them where they fade in and out. She's like a little tiny blonde-haired Steven Spielberg, and she's really gotten good. Well, she's put a lot of descriptions in there and a lot of cool stuff in her videos, but you know what? They're all short. They're all like a minute, 2 minutes, that kind of thing, but they're interesting and they're actually fun. So that gives her a lot of traction. She gets a lot of customers off of it. You will too. That's going to be a direct link for people to pick up the phone and call you just by doing those. And you could do anything. Walk around videos, interior videos, new model presentations. Like I said, the how-tos go a long, long way. And everything that you do in there that you put in there, I'm going to go ahead and mark it for you as well. Always. Just all you got to do is tag me in it. I'm going to like it and share it. And all of you, and that's your personal prerogative, should all be friends with everybody you can and build up your count as far as friends list, especially if you're in a business. And all of you need to like and share your videos. Now, when you sell a car, this is an important thing. You want to take, that's why I say get the selfie stick or whatever, because as soon as you sell a car, you want to take a picture of you and the customer with their new car. And you want to post it and say, congratulations, Mr. or Mrs., whatever, on your brand new Camry. And again, you want to like and tag it and spread it so everybody could share it. always be in that picture with the customer. Now you can take a picture for the customer just by themselves. That's cool, and send it to them. Everybody likes that. But you want to have one with you in it, with the customer and their new vehicle, and just say congratulations to that person. Put the 2 hashtags in there and send that out. And in that, you want to also put onto the company's Facebook page. And when Lloyd comes in here at 10 o'clock, he's going to talk about that's also real important. So every time you sell, and don't forget, and the more you put up that you are sold a car, because you got to remember where you're at 2 of the busiest stores in town. So that's going to resonate a lot, and you want to do that. And the more you can like and tag it and spread those pictures of the sold units, the better. Now here's the other better part of it is the people you sold the car to. Ask them to put that on their Facebook, and if possible, get when you have their name and look them up on Facebook and post that picture on their timeline. Okay, a lot of times you could do that without their permission. Sometimes you'll need their permission in order to post it on their timeline, a picture of them with their new car and all their information. And I don't mean all information, like you're not going to put out their phone number or their first and last name. Just want to use their last name is cool. Or you could do it, and say, hey, congratulations to Mr. David on his brand new, Toyota Camry, and, whatever other little things you want to put in there, such a great guy, congratulations, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to see a lot of people are going to like and share it, and ask them to say, please like and share, and tag them in it and send it through. And a lot of people will do that for you. They don't care. It's no sweat off their back. But the more you can spread that, the better you're going to be, because this is going to give you immediate recognition all over the place. Even though you're brand new in the business, it's really not going to matter. Nobody else knows that. And immediately you're going to get recognition as soon as you sell your first car. Now, as far as all the other social media sites, the only ones that really work are, for us in our industry, Facebook and Instagram. Leave all the other ones alone. If you want to post stuff there, that's fine. People use Pinterest and Reddit and Twitter and all these other sites. You know what? They're fine if you feel like using them. You think have any traction to send that we can track and say, okay, this customer came directly out of this media source, and because of them, we sold this or we sold that. We can absolutely track factually what comes out of Facebook, what comes out of Instagram, and we know for a fact that works. And on YouTube on here, and it's on my site, on my YouTube site, you'll see a bunch of social media videos. You need to watch all of those. They're all short. They're like 3 minutes or less. But also there's a girl, I'm going to tell you about her in a second. Her name is Laura Madison, and look her up on YouTube. Write her name down, Laura Madison. This is a girl that was in her early 20s, 21, 22 years old, started out in Arizona. I'm sorry, not in Arizona, in Montana, in a store, Riesler Toyota, which is a very, very small store, sells 100 cars new and used. Well, she started doing social media 7 or 8 years ago on her own, and just started doing how-to videos, and because people were asking her how to use stuff. And you know what? She became a social media sensation over there, and she was selling 35 cars a month in a store that was selling 100 new and used together. So she increased their business by 33% of just showing up and doing social media. Well, she became an expert in it, and then from there, she got picked up by a friend of mine, Alan Ram, who owns Proactive Training Solutions, and he, got her away from the dealership and moved her to Arizona, and she started the whole social media thing with his company, and has done very, very well, very, very well. So look her up on YouTube, Laura Madison, and look at all the little things that she does. It's nothing different than I'm telling you, but sometimes it's good to get it from a different source, and you can watch her videos. They're great. So, and especially those of you who are female in the business, this will go a long, long way for you. So you want to get on top of that as much as possible. And then, like I said, join the groups, but that's going to help you tremendously. I'm sorry. Apologize. I got a friend of mine looking for an F-250, so keep getting text. So anyway, so that's what you definitely want to do. Everything you want to do on that side is going to be just only for your marketing area, ending your marketing and that kind of stuff. No sales on Facebook. Everybody got that? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Side. So a very large used car inventory, and whatever store you're at, if you look at the used car inventory, you could take when you're advertising a vehicle, you can do, I believe, either 5 to 7 cars, but I wouldn't be so quick to put too many vehicles up there, because every 7 days you're going to need to replace it. So I would start out with, I would say 2 or 3 maximum used cars. Walk the used car lot, see what you like, what you think looks cool, and then take that vehicle and you're going to take some pictures of it, and then you're going to post it. Now, and that's what's going to go on Marketplace, because you're going to be able to put the price, payment, or whatever you want on there. Now, let's talk about that for a second. Now, first of all, when you're taking pictures of a vehicle, we're doing a thing which is called an L. Okay, so I'm going to pretend this is a car, right? So this is the vehicle. So when you're looking, oh, I'm sorry. Hello? Yes. Yes. Yeah, that paper's got to go to Mary Jarvis. I'm upstairs in the conference room. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry about that. The front desk. Anyway, like I was saying, you're going to take a picture of the L. So let's pretend this is the car. Okay. This is the front of the car. So you're going to take a picture where you're going to get the very front section and the side. So in other words, if you're facing the vehicle, you're going to be offset a little bit so you can take a picture of the front of the car and the driver's side so you can see the whole thing, right? And then you're going to do the reverse of that. Then you're going to go to the back of the car so you can see the back of the car and the passenger side in the same frame, and make sure the picture is dead centered and you can see both of those angles crystal clear. So this way, in 2 pictures, you got the whole vehicle, the entire car in just 2 pictures. Then the third picture you want to put up is, whether you're in a 2-door or a 4-door, doesn't matter. You want to sit in the middle of the back seat, okay? And so you could see the entire console and dashboard and take a picture of that from the middle of the back seat. That should be picture 3. Then take whatever pictures you want, doesn't matter, and load them up. And you should have about 10 to 12 pictures on the site, okay, on every vehicle that you list. But I would start out just doing 2 or 3, I would say 2 or 3 cars at the absolute most. To start off with in your first 30 days, I would say 2 vehicles would be the best. And you want to put used cars up there. You can do new vehicles on Marketplace, but they don't sell as great as used cars. Used cars will be your best thing to put up on Marketplace. And when you do post a car, and I'm going to get back to it, how you do it and that stuff, but once you post it, you're going to put that same vehicle in all 10 groups that you're going. It's going to give you a little button where you just check off the 10 groups and hit post, and it's going to post that one vehicle to 10 groups at the same time. So it'll be on your Facebook page and the 10 groups. And it's going to make sure you always set everything to news feed. Because what happens is, within the first 15 minutes, if you do this correctly, you will have somewhere between 700,000 to 1.2 million people will see that picture of that vehicle within the first 15 minutes. Now, I don't know what, anybody is a marketing major, but that's pretty strong stats. And as it goes on, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But the reality is, before it dies out, it's only really good for 7 days. You're going to get most of your traction in day one. As the days go on, your traction gets less and less and less. So by day 7, there's really not a lot of meat on the bone left there. So at the end of 7 days, if you have just delete it and put another vehicle up. That's why I say start out with 2 vehicles, because it's going to be easier for you to manage. So, yes. And yes, that is an Ironman case. I know you're jealous. Sorry. Anyway. Oh, I like it, Chris. Good job. Anyway, so let's open it up where you guys can unmute yourselves, and let's talk about social media marketplace before I start showing you some videos and other stuff. So what questions do we have? And go ahead and shoot. Anybody in the room first? Yep. The question was, if I don't have a Facebook, do I make one? Yes, you do. And you can all start off. If you don't have a Facebook, just create one, but don't do a business page, do a personal page. And you can make certain pictures and certain things private if you want to, and some other things you just can't. But you want to make sure that you're public and have everything in there, because people want to see that you're a normal, a little hurt you. And you're gonna. And matter of fact, one of the things. No, you don't have to change your profile picture. Just make sure you don't have like a bottle of vodka, on the picture or something like that. Don't do that. Just a normal picture is fine. You could put you and your family, whatever. I've seen some crazy ass stuff. So I mean, try to curtail it if you can a little bit. But yeah, people want to see you. You're out with your family, dinners, this, that, whatever. You can look up my Facebook, and you'll see what I have on there. I have a picture of my family in the background, has my profile of different things, and I got tons of pictures, car, people. But what's good is the more people you become friends with that are in the business or related to the business is really not and your customer base tremendously, because they're some of the good ones that you'll see. Like on mine, a friend of mine, Eric Barboza, is always doing Facebook live stuff at the dealership, telling about events and different things. He's not selling anything, but he's always telling people about promotions that he's got going on, and he's on there all the time. Well, he's got a huge following and a huge friends base. So if you become friends with him or somebody else like him, it just expands it. And just remember, this isn't limited to just Houston. This goes all over the country, and it'll be liked and shared all over the country. So let's see. Okay, I got a question. Absolutely. I guess that was from Dustin. Absolutely. That is a great spot to put everything you can. Absolutely, I would do that. I'd hit that 100%. 100%. You got 40,000 followers. You could take that times 100, and you'll have 4 million people seeing your stuff within the first 15 minutes. So yeah, I mean, if that doesn't help you sell cars, quit. I'll get you a job at Wendy's. So that's an absolute great avenue. Yep, I would definitely do that, Chris, in a heartbeat. So any other questions about Facebook, Instagram, or social media? Sure, go ahead. You could, but it would be, I don't think it's beneficial. So John's question was, what if you already have a Facebook account? Do you make a separate account and another personal account that you can do this with? And the answer is, yeah, you could do that, but it's going to be more beneficial to you for people to see how long you've been on Facebook, how many friends you have, how many connections you have, and know that you're a real living, breathing human being that's out there doing stuff. You know, people want to make that connection with you to know that you're a real person. Okay. They don't want to have something that looks like it was just made or fake. That kind of kills the whole motif about it. So yes, you can do that, but I do not suggest you're going to be a lot more successful if you just leave it and use your own personal Facebook page and promote that. And in your all of your posts, you should always have a phone number. Renee, can you mute yourself, please? So, any other questions or comments when it comes to this?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to have our phone numbers on there? Our cell phone number?
I would 100%. I do probably in a neighborhood of at least 3 to 4 posts every single day. Okay. And every one of them has my cell phone, my personal cell phone number right here is an enormous. And now, am I going to get a lot? You're going to get spam phone calls and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you are. That just comes with the program. The new one today is the Department of Health and Human Resources or some crazy thing that doesn't exist. You know, they want to send you a social security check. So who knows? And they're from India. So you'll get those. So welcome to the club.
Yeah.
And you'll see on my phone, I get probably, it says comes up potential, and they're all there. So yeah, that's going to happen. But you know what's also going to happen is you're going to get a lot of phone calls from customers, so they know how to contact you directly. So just to give you an example, let's say you just did a how-to video on I don't know how to change the spare tire on a RAV4, and showing people where the toolkit is, how you hook it up, how you do it. You don't necessarily have to take the tire off, but you can show them where the toolkit is, how to take it apart, how to put it together, and all the logistics about it. And put your phone number in there, because what will happen is sometimes you'll get an elderly couple will call you and they'll say, hey, I saw your video on Facebook about how to do this and do that. Would you mind if I stop by the store to see you? And can you just show that to me? And that's something, man, if you get one of those phone calls, whoo, hallelujah. That is beautiful, because once you do something like that, you're absolutely take off. I mean, just hugely take off, because people love that. If they know that you could do it, those people will absolutely take a picture with you and post it on Facebook and say, I stopped by and saw Toyin and she showed me how to do this and showed me how to do that. She's awesome. Thank you so much. You know what kind of traction that gets? It's you can't put a price on it. You can't. And let me tell you, that will happen, because that's how we do things. So you want to keep doing that. That is very, very, very important. So yeah, great. So those groups are ones that you should be joining today. And don't, like I said, don't change your status, but you want to change your bio on there to show where you work. Okay. So you want to show your employment, now being employed. Matter of fact, those of you who already got green lighted, you should change that today. So actually, I think, yeah, Lloyd's here. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and well, I already introduced him to you, but he's gonna spend about 15 or 20 minutes and he's gonna talk to you guys. So ask him as many questions as you want. Okay, that's what he's here for, and he's gonna explain the system and the program and some of the do's and don'ts. So here he is. Hold on. What?
Do I need to be in front of that computer?
Yep, you sure do. Sit down.
It's weird actually talking on here and these. There we go. It's very strange. So I'm Lloyd. I'm the director of marketing for both Don McGill locations, this one and Katy, as well as the Road, the Don McGill Toyota I-10 at Kirkwood location. I handle all of the marketing and advertising for both of these dealerships. So my job as an introduction to you guys is to I'm entrusted with spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a year of John McGill's money. Did I break up or?
No, you're good.
Okay. of the McGill's money in order to drive traffic to these dealerships. And by traffic, I mean actual showroom visits, people on the social media platforms, people visiting however they want to visit our dealership. It's my job to get them here. So it's your job as a salesperson to, once they get here, once they submit an internet lead, once they go on to social media and actually start communicating with us, it's your guys' job to sell them. So that's in a nutshell what I do. Here's where you guys come in. A couple things that I want to make sure that I point out first and foremost. One of the biggest investments that I make as a marketing manager is in our digital platform. And by digital is anything and everything that has to do with the internet, computers, anything, social media, all that stuff. But one of the biggest things to spend money on is what's called pay-per-click advertising, PPC. Okay? What pay-per-click advertising is if you go to Google or Bing or Yahoo, any of these search engines, you will see, if you Google Toyota dealer near me, you will see 4 different advertisements. Can I share screen or no? Or is that possible? Can you just go to Google real quick? I just want to show these guys something super quick. Here.
Let me see.
I just want to get what I'm talking about, so that people on the,
What do you want to go?
just type in Toyota dealer near me. Oh, that's me. All right, so here's what I want you to see here. Okay.
Can you guys see the Toyota dealer? Yeah, how about now?
Yeah, we got it.
So, can you control this real quick? If you notice, so I buy a bunch of different keywords. Toyota dealer near me is one of them that I typically buy. You'll notice that Fred Haas Toyota, in this example, at this particular time of day, Fred Haas Toyota Country, Joe Myers Toyota, scroll down, Toyota.com, they all bought scroll back up. They all bought that Toyota dealer near me, okay? You'll notice that it says ad, the AD. Can you point at that ad? Where it says ad? If you ever see Toyota of Katy or Don McGill Toyota, that's all I need right now. If you ever see Toyota of Katy or Don McGill Toyota in one of those paid ads, please, please, please do not click on it. Scroll down until you find what's called an organic posting, okay? And what I mean by organic is one that doesn't say ad. Now, if you see Fred Haas Toyota World, click on that ad because it'll probably charge them $4. Okay? I mean, I say that jokingly, but the reason why we pay a bunch of money to Google is to try to generate traffic. And if you guys click on those ads, it's charging me and the dealership valuable advertising dollars every time that's clicked on. Okay, does that make sense? Yes? No? Okay, perfect. So please don't ever click on a paid ad on Google. As an example, I've got a campaign running right now that I'm trying to buy back cars. Okay, I'm trying to buy used car inventory, and right now the used car inventory market is very competitive. So I am paying literally $6.10 per click on every one of those. I want to buy your car. Okay, so that adds up very quickly and diminishes my budget very quickly if you guys click on that. So just please, whatever you do, do not click on that. All right, so now that I'm off of that soapbox, so let's get back to our social media and how what we do as a dealership and how you can do you do better for yourselves and that sort of thing. The first thing that you need to do is go to Toyota of Katy. All right, so one of the things that you'll notice is that both these stores are both Don McGill locations. It's very difficult to differentiate these two stores from each other as a marketer. So one of the things that we did was we changed a lot of our URLs, our websites, our social media platforms a number of years ago to Toyota of Katy only. We took that Don McGill name off. So if you type in Don McGill Toyota, you may see the sister store down the street. Or if you just see Toyota of Katy, that's this store. That's your store. That's who you're going to be working for, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is go into your social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram. Those are the two biggest ones. Twitter, we don't do a lot. We're not very active on. But go like Toyota of Katy's pages, okay? If you see a post on there that in the Instagram page or on Facebook, please share it. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm on Facebook and I've got something like 483 friends, let's say. Okay, let's just say one of my friends happens to notice, if they didn't know already because I haven't talked to them since high school, that I work at Toyota of Katy, and I'm maybe in the market at Toyota of Katy. Okay, so please, so of those 483 friends, I may have one or two people that are in the market. Once you sell a car, have your customer say, "Hey, I worked with Jorge. Jorge took care of me. He's the greatest salesperson ever." Have them share it with their. That's quick advertising for you. I pay a lot of money to advertise the store. I can't advertise every salesperson. Okay? You have to do that organically through what you do as a salesperson. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? Any questions online?
Guys, now's an opportunity for you to ask him whatever. So I would definitely ask some questions for sure. Don't be shy. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so the question was, how long have I been doing this and what is my experience? I have been in the marketing profession for 17, 18 years. My background actually is in radio. I used to work for 94.5 The Buzz. If y'all are familiar with rock station here in Houston, I worked for them for 14 years. These two dealerships were my client when I sold radio advertising. So they bought a lot of radio advertising from me. So that at this store, if it's a deal you're chasing, exit I-10 and Mason. You probably heard that jingle multiple under a rock. So I sold them for a really long time. I left the radio business and I went to work for an automotive ad agency. Okay, the automotive ad agency that I work for is based out of Birmingham, Alabama. They strictly did automotive marketing. And I did that for a very short time because the travel just got to me and my family. And I went back to work for radio here in Houston. for a very short time, and I got a call from the GMs asking if I'd be interested in being an in-house marketing guy. I said absolutely, and that was 4.5 years later. So I've been at these dealerships for 4.5 years. So that gives you a little bit of background of who I am and what my position is. You will see me in and out of these stores pretty regularly. I don't have an office at either one of these stores. I office out of my home, but I am in these dealerships pretty much every day. So so that's a little bit about me. One thing too, before I forget, if you see something weird or wrong or interesting or anything that looks out of the ordinary on any of our website, that's toyotaofkaty.com. If you see anything that looks weird on our social media platforms, if you see anything weird out there, please let me know. Okay. My name is Lloyd. I'm the marketing guy. All the managers know me. Everything. Google sometimes has its mind of its own and changes our hours because somebody said they should. So just keep that in mind as well. If you see anything weird, please let me know. Does that answer any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So you just had a customer, they saw you on social media, they came in, they had a great experience,
Uh-huh.
right? And now you want that little
Yeah.
added something on social media. How do you work that? How do you get them so that they can do that? You send them a
Okay.
link, say, hey, can you do something here?
So the question was, I have a happy customer. How do I get them to do something on social media to make it worth my while? There's 2 things that you can do, or 3 things that you can do. 1, you take a picture with them in front of the car as you deliver the vehicle. Okay? You post that to your own personal page, and you say, check out this happy customer. He just bought a 2020 RAV4, and he looks really cool in it. You can do the same thing. Call me. I'm Lloyd. That's at 713-212, whatever, right? You ask that customer to write a review on Google, on Facebook, on wherever Yelp, wherever you can get them to write a review. Say, Mr. Customer, I know you had a great experience here. Hopefully you did. If you didn't, please let me know. If you don't mind, will you take a couple minutes to just go on social media or go on your Facebook page or go on Google and just write a review and say what a great experience you had with me, Lloyd at Toyota of Katy. Make sure that you just ask. The worst scenario is they'll say no or not do it. If you sell 10 cars a month and one of these people do it, well then, hey, that's a 10%. That's pretty dang good if you ask me. Okay? So that's the second way you can do it. The third way to do it is you text them, if you have their cell phone number, you text them a link to at Toyota of Katy on social media or on your Google page. Okay, so there's 3 ways to do it. It's fairly easy. Ask. That's all you can do because they're going to get a survey from Toyota, but that survey from Toyota is that's more of an internal thing with Gulf States Toyota and the dealership. It has nothing to do with this with Google or Facebook or anything like that. Okay. That answer the question. Okay. Any other questions so far? Anybody online?
Nobody's asking. I'll ask.
Go ahead. We got another question. Hang on.
Is there anything when I'm posting, like, okay, I'm using logos and things like that. Is there anything you don't want me to post?
Yes. Is there anything you don't want me to post? Is the question on social media. Yes. A couple things that I do not want you guys to do. One is brand yourself as the dealership. Does that make sense? So don't go on social media and say and create pages that say Lloyd at Toyota of Katy or Lloyd Toyota of Katy or any brand you as the dealership. Not do that. Okay, because that messes a lot of things up, and I can get in trouble for that on several different ways that I can get in trouble with that. Number two, don't ever put pricing. Okay, unless it's a used vehicle, which you can because it's posted on the internet. Okay. If we have a new vehicle that comes in and it's a one-off, let's say it's a one-off lifted 4Runner, and it's used, somebody just traded in. Take a picture of that, post it with your information. Hey, this lifted 4Runner just came in. It's only got 10,000 miles and it's a 4-year-old car. We have it for sale for $24,900. Come see me. Stuff like that. Do it. If it's a new car, if it's anything like that, don't put pricing on it. Okay, because that's the pricing between you and your manager. Don't ever do. You can put some Toyota incentives that are out there. Hey, I've got 0% financing on RAV4s right now for 60 months. Come see me. You can do that sort of thing. Just make sure that it's compliant. It's actual. It's real. You know, I've got it and put an end date to it and all that stuff. But do it from you, not from the social media.
Mark, so most of our audience is social media that I going for. So I like great content that kind of targets that audience.
Yes. Yeah. So the question was, my social media folks are around my age, 19, 20 years old. Do I create content that would directly affect them? Absolutely. That's what you got to do because that's your network. You make it your own. I can show examples here in a second about some of the social media posts, if you will, of stuff that really resonates and you get a ton of views. If you want to, can I share the screen again? Hang on one second. Let me show you an example of something. Okay. Just go to Facebook.
No, actually, I'm inside to my cousins. I was doing some advertising. Let's see. Content.
Oh, you can just click on that. Right? Go down. Click on that.
Yeah.
Click on.
Yeah, still little markings. There we go.
Just reduce the screen there.
There we go. All right. So you can just.
You can see that on your web on your.
Yeah, this is not my Facebook. This is a friend of mine. So you guys can see that screen? Yeah, you see it. Okay.
I'm going to show you guys a quick that I thought was really cool. So Jose Milan is a sales rep here. Okay, it's a 2-minute video. I'm gonna do this real quick. Is the internet?
Yeah.
So this is Jose right here.
What's up, everyone? Jose Milan, and today we're going to be going to take an update. As the world and our country pandemic, I hope that your loved ones and family are healthy and safe. Just like you, we are concerned about the pandemic, and we are here to support our customers and our surrounding Katy communities. All right, guys, we have arrived. Make sure when y'all get here, y'all put on your face mask. It is now mandatory that everyone's wearing a face mask while y'all are not proceeding. To get here, make sure your car is on. Make sure when you're waiting at this designated stay 6 feet apart from anyone else maybe around you. The service advisors are on the computer. I'm gonna call you once they're ready for you. If you need anything from our park department, they will open same time, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. You know what's called out of time? For our park department, we are open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We want to let you know that we are following CDC guidelines for making sure everybody can sanitize before and after every customer. We're trying to work. And we'll be over 100 back. If you want to come in, call. My name is Jose Milan, 281-746-5472. Thank you, and I hope you have a blessed and safe day. Remember, if it's a deal you're chasing, exit to the Mason. Only a
All right. Let me get back. Sure. All right, y'all can see me now?
Yeah, just
All right, y'all can hear me?
give us a thumbs up. George, can you hear?
Okay, perfect. That's an example of the kind of get as creative as you can. Put your cell phone numbers on there, and tag. Tag the location of the dealership. If it's good enough, I will share it to everybody and everybody on our Facebook page or on our Instagram page. I will share that. I will even spend money to promote that for you. Meaning I will take from my ad budget and promote that for you. Okay? So that's just one example of stuff that I did that. I shared that for Jose just 2 days ago. So that's just one example. Does that make sense? Any other questions before I move forward? Yes, sir.
We can post rules. Shoot this out in the pool.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one thing that you'll find about this store is that, can you guys hear me online? One thing that you'll find about this store is that we don't like to run a lot of the hokey stuff that other car dealers do. Okay, there's several reasons behind it, but hokey is $99 a month with no money down. You know, everybody's approved. All the gimmicky, pardon my English, but all that gimmicky bullshit. We realize that it's gimmicky, and if you have to have 10 grand down in order to qualify for a $99 a month payment on a Yaris, it's kind of deceptive, and we try not to do a lot of those things. We try to be above with our advertising, because all that does, yes, it may create some online traffic and may create traffic here at the dealership, but when you're actually facing that customer and they say, "Oh, I want my $99 a month Yaris," oh, I'm sorry, you have to have 10 grand down, and you have to have an 800 beacon score. You know, your credit has to be flawless. So we try not to, and then that customer gets mad and leaves, or gets mad at you, or whatever, when it's not your fault. So that's why we try not to do a lot of it. Every now and again we will, as the market kind of dictates that sometimes, but not often. Yeah. Okay. So, in summary, don't click on an ad in the search engines in Google, please. Like our social media pages, share the content that we put up there, because there is some content that we put up there as far as Happy 4th of July, or kids, stuff like that. We're staying safe. We're all wearing masks. We post pictures of that. There's a lot of things that we put up there, share it on your social media platforms, create content on your social media platform. Let everybody know that you're working here, because if they don't know that you're working here, or you don't check in every couple of days that you're here, I'll go in and go on Facebook, and there's a check-in feature. You can just check, if it's dude chicks, and come see me. I'll do that. Post that online, right? So, any other questions? Anybody else online have a question? All right. Well, I'm gonna turn this on. Unless there's anything else.
Is it, we need to just ask you a question.
Yeah, email me, text me. My name is Lloyd. It's Lloyd. My last name is Rachal. And my phone number is 713-301-2936. That's my cell, 713-301-2936. Text me. Email address is LRACHAL, so first initial, last name, at donmcgill.com. So LRACHAL at donmcgill.com. If you can't reach me there, like I said, I'm in and out of these stores all the time. Please stop me in the hallway if you see me. I'll shave my head, or I'll grow my hair out. So you never know what I'm gonna look like that way. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of your hair. Don, you need me to do anything else? Anything else that you want me to cover?
I think you hit it all.
I agree with you, batteries. What do you need? Okay. You sure it's the battery, not the?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right. So just like we were saying, when we started talking about this morning, that's why on marketplaces where we put the used cars, that's what works the absolute best. So now when it comes to the actual videos and stuff like that, like Lloyd was showing you, and all the little examples, I know look like they're really complicated, but they're actually not. They're very, very easy. When you do these and you have an iPhone and you do it on iMovie, you can edit them all the way through and fade them in and out and all different aspects of it. It's actually quite easy. If you go onto my YouTube channel, which most of you are, look under there, look under those videos. Thanks, Lloyd. If you look under those videos, you will see a lot of those that are done as you go to the older ones, not the newer ones, that have a lot of editing in them, especially iMovie, because you can fade those in and out. You can change the text. You can change all kinds of stuff. KineMaster's really good for it too, but iMovie's the best. That's the easiest way to do it. Is anybody in this class or anywhere have experience when it comes to video and video editing, that kind of stuff? Chris? Okay. Dustin? Okay. Good. I mean, it'd be helpful if you did a couple things. Yeah, Chris Bradford. Good. A lot of you do. Good, because that's only gonna help you. And some of you may be camera shy or kind of, a little bit nervous to actually do that kind of stuff. But let me tell you, you'll get over it quick. Most of you have an appearance online. Just remember to always be centered and look at the video. And before you post something, just kind of check it out and make sure it looks good. Okay. Just totally to be sure that you're not putting up any bad content. But like Lloyd said, the easiest thing to do is just to do these how-tos and these promo videos, which all last, that are pretty short. Like the one he showed you with Will in there, with him driving and stopping and showing all that stuff. I mean, that whole thing is a minute long. minute or minute and a half long. All he did was, took some video, stopped it, took some more video, stopped it, some more video, stopped it, and then just put it together. That's it. And when you do it in iMovie, you can add it all in and they fade in and out at the right times. And you can put text through the whole thing. It's actually so super simple with all the different apps and platforms they get out there now. I'm going to ask Chris and actually Chris and Chris Bradford and everybody else who has experience. Go ahead and post in the chat section of platforms you use to do this. What programs you use. Sony Vegas, there's one. I haven't heard of that one. VSDC, there's a good one. iMovie, Final Cut. So, and like I said, there was KineMaster. So you guys, Viva Video. Yeah, I remember that one. That one was a good one too. I like Viva Video. You got to subscribe to it. Otherwise, it has their little Viva Video emblem in there. But I don't use Viva Video. It doesn't really matter. But that's a good one too. I remember that. They have a lot of cool stuff on there. I forgot about that one. Anybody else on there? Any other ones? So I'm going to put up here. InShot, that's a good one. I put up KineMaster, Big VU, Big Vu. There's another one. So you guys, what you got to do is you got to just, maybe download them all and try them all out and see which ones do you like the best. And whatever you like the best, delete the rest and get to know them. You can find the video tutorials on there. Go to YouTube, find the video tutorials because they're all going to kind of work out.
I have a suggestion for the Big Vu. I think it works really good. You can do the multiple things on it. Record. It has a teleprompter on it. So while you're recording, you're not looking at the script here and there. You're looking at your screen and the teleprompter is actually running through while the video is going on. You want to edit, you want to add your logo, you want to do anything, it's right there on the Big Vu. And the Viva Video doesn't have that. So, and you can even trim down your videos on Big Vu. You can do so many things. It's very simple, very easy to use. I actually don't know how to send out a link. I would have sent the link now so everybody can check it. I believe that would be the best way to go about it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. So you guys try Big Vu. I'm going to try it myself this afternoon and see how that works out.
Okay, so if anybody need the link, maybe
it's not free.
I guess it's not free. Yeah, so you can. I mean, definitely. I mean, we have to subscribe to all of that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's $3-4 a month, that's nothing. Here's another one that Dustin put up. Adobe Premiere is really good if you're on a computer and want to spend the money. I use KineMaster when I'm using my phone. Yeah, there you go. There's another good one. But yeah, so what? I've been paid $2 or $3 a month. Big deal, especially if these videos is what's going to enhance your business. Also, the other thing is, what Lloyd was talking about when it comes to reviews and stuff like that. You could go a long way. I'm going to have all you guys post a review either this afternoon or tomorrow, and then Lloyd will go back in there later and delete them. But I want you to see the process of going through it and write something good, whether it's service parts or whatever. We'll go through that later. So, any questions so far? So I'm going to try and pull up and share the screen so you guys could see the video links when it comes to YouTube. So hang on one second. I want you to see Laura. All right, share. Can you see this? on video? George, give me a thumbs up if you could see this video. Yes? Del Sol?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to talk about video best practices. So for everybody out there making video, whether it's on YouTube, on Facebook, on both platforms, in an attempt to try and tell you more, I want to give you 3 simple best practices that have helped my videos be extremely visible and helped me sell a lot of cars using video on social media. The first best practice is to keep these videos short. I always aim for a 2 to 3 minute window, and maybe it should be even a little shorter on Facebook. Keep it short. If you have a lot of ideas about, let's say, one particular redesign, chop it up and make multiple videos so that we can keep them in maybe a 60 or 120-second format. So that's my first best practice. Don't overdo it. Don't wear yourself out with video. Keep it short. My second best practice is to keep it interesting. The best way to keep a video that you're making to try and attract customers to come in and see you interesting is by choosing topics that you're actually excited about. So Camry may have 0% right now running for 60 months, but if you're not jazzed and excited about it, your audience is going to feel it. That video might fall on its face. So do something that you're excited about. Maybe they just started doing a new lineup of off-road vehicles, or a new package, new technology is now available in something. Make a video that you're excited about. Make sure that you're transferring that enthusiasm. Again, selling is the transfer of enthusiasm supported by conviction. So pick something you're enthusiastic about, let that shine, and that is going to be an effective video. My third and last best practice is to keep value in mind. This is something I've talked about before, but I still see it absolutely all the time. I see commercials. I see people saying, hey, this is what my name is. This is where I work. Come see me. We're doing a big sale. We're doing a push-pull drag. Whatever the case is, those aren't necessarily effective videos. You should, if you're still going to make those videos, at least pepper them a little bit more heavily with value videos. Videos that answer questions for prospective customers. Videos that compare models, or shed some insight into the car buying process. So keep value in mind is my third and final best practice. If you follow this format, if you keep all of these 3 best practices in mind, you're gonna make a fierce video that's gonna get you some attention and get some people walking through the front door to come and see you. Today is walk around videos. So walk around videos are things that I see popping up more and more online, which first of all means that more salespeople, more automotive consultants are embracing personal branding and social selling. So I couldn't be more jazzed and excited about that. But I want to specifically address, this was prompted by a couple messages. Hey, how do I execute on a walk video? How do I really make a good one, put it online, and trying to introduce, driving them to the door to come in, work with me, and buy a vehicle for me? So my answer to this question of how you create a fierce walk around video is, I really don't recommend videos. And if I could, I'd like to eradicate them altogether. Let me tell you why. The first reason that I don't recommend walk around videos is because walk around is a term that we use in the industry. Walk around is something we do on Friday mornings in competition with our other salespeople. It's a part of our sales process. It's our story. But it doesn't have any meaning to a customer. There's no customers that are looking online searching, 2016 F-150 walk around. Those aren't terms that they're typing into the search engine. They're not leading us to become more visible to prospective clients. So I really want to stay away from titling any videos walk around, thinking walk around when we're creating them, because again, it's just not something the customer's familiar with. It's not a process. They're not used to starting at the side of the car, talking about safety, moving to the trunk, ending in the driver's seat. It's really just not their natural flow. And again, they're not looking for that word. They don't know what it means. So I'd like us to drop it from our video roadmap when we're looking at social selling and creating video content on social platforms. The second reason I don't recommend walk around videos, and this is maybe the first, is that walk arounds are a little long. Again, if we're we're starting, let's say, under the hood. We talk a little bit about horsepower and torque and some of the capabilities and the new 6-speed transmission. And then we move around. By the time we have a comprehensive walk around, that video might be 10 to 15 minutes long. And I'll tell you, that's too long of a video to put online. That's too much work. That's too much of you maybe stumbling. That's too much editing. That's too much for a prospective client to even want to watch. Your prospective clients are online and they're searching for what's on their mind. They're not, again, they're not looking for the turn walk around and they're not looking for the most comprehensive review. They might be looking, hey, does the car have enough power? Or they might be looking, hey, is the car safe enough? Features are available, or what's going on with the new redesign? What have they changed in that model? So that's how I want you to focus your video marketing. And that's what worked the best for me when I created videos on the car lot when I sold Toyotas in Montana. I would think about what got people excited. So let me give you an example. Maybe I would do a comparison, okay? Something again, if I had a model that other of my customers were looking at, fairly frequently, maybe I would do a Honda Accord versus Toyota Camry kind of comparison. Maybe compare some of the top things that really made my model stand out. That was something that had a little teeth to it and was exciting online. Again, I would keep that video maybe 2 to 3 minutes long. It wasn't extremely comprehensive. It was enough to maybe pique their interest and make them want to reach out to me and work with me. Another idea is highlights. Maybe you highlight features in a redesigned model, or just highlight the differences between the old model and this redesigned one. Really show somebody kind of what's been shaken up and what they'd be getting in the brand new redesigned model. The things that would maybe get them excited. Again, not comprehensive, not everything from A to Z, not under the hood to safety to the driver's seat. Focus, let's say, on interior technology. Just focus on the auto infotainment system. Do little pieces of videos. Again, maybe 2 to 3 minutes in length, but typically no more. And the last piece of last type of video that I really recommend using is one of my favorites, and it's called Favorite Features. And I'm sure at least some of you have heard me talk about this before, but these are videos that work so well for me. I would pick maybe 3 to 5 of my favorite features of a vehicle, and it could be simple things. Hey, this has a great moonroof, a really big panoramic moonroof, or power lifting. I would pick the things that got people excited when they looked at the vehicle on the lot, and that's what I would film. Again, it could be basic things. It could be Bluetooth. Bluetooth has been standard for years, but I would show them that this has a great Bluetooth system that pulls all the contacts from your phone into that touchscreen, and people loved it. So pick 3 to 5 favorite features, and again, don't exceed that 2 to 3 minute period in length when creating this type of video, so that you've given your prospective client a digestible amount of information without shoving the term walk around down their throat or boring them to death or forcing them to click away because it is a 10-minute long video. So that's my recommendation today for the Lord Drive segment. Thank you so much for joining me, and good luck making all of your videos. Hi, Laura from LauraDrives.com and Alan Rams for Active Training Solutions. Hopefully, I will be able to express something that's been bugging me for a year, but will also solve a problem you might not know you have. So I'm enough to connect with automotive professionals from all over the United States, Canada, even Europe. Social media presence to win them more business. What's happening, though, on my newsfeed is really tragic. What I'm seeing on my newsfeed when I log into Facebook and scroll through everybody's post is what I call car spam. And again, I'm hoping to solve a problem you may not know you have with your social presence. So car spam is what I call requests to buy. These are posts of the oldest piece of inventory on your lot, or what the new Camry is leasing for, or the fact that you guys are having a holiday weekend sale at your dealership, or a push-pull drag. That is all I'm seeing on my Facebook feed. I'm seeing you guys trying to get people into the dealership, and I have to tell you the truth about it. It's not effective. Nobody is signing on that help little Danny sell car in Birmingham, Alabama. They're not saying that. They're logging onto Facebook completely consumed with themselves. As humans, we walk around every day thinking about our own problems and looking for solutions. and your offering of a sale isn't a solution to their problem, particularly if they're not in the market, which you have to remember, all of your Facebook connections are in the market every single day of the year. So what I recommend you doing, and what I've been trying to recommend for years, is create posts with value. So let me explain what this looks like, because what's important about your posts is you want to create a following, and you want to create engagement and connections, and you want to share things that people are interested in reading. Because right now, all of you sharing car spam are not creating or sharing engaging content. You're not motivating people to the store or to you in particular. You're actually doing yourself a disservice. So an example of a value post, something that you can share that will be interesting and engaging and capture people's attention rather than making them want to scroll through their feed faster past your post, is something like tips to get better gas mileage, or a video featuring your favorite features on a newly redesigned model. These types of topics are actually interesting. They're actually something that people might want to see. What about explanation of a technology like wireless charging? That's something that I would be interested in. How about showing off something super cool, like a special edition car or a supercharged truck? That is something you are going to have to watch, engage with, read, and ultimately, hopefully, share to their own followers, expanding your visibility and allowing people to know who you are, so that when it's time for them to be in the market, they're going to think of you in particular. The request to buy and the terrible social posts are completely plaguing our industry right now, and it makes me so sad to scroll through my feed and just see boring, stiff pictures of customers with a new car. If you can't make that picture engaging and interesting, like somebody like Mike Davenport has, then stop sharing it constantly. And you need to look at the pages that you've liked and connected with, and look at what you like about them. A page, let's say like a car page, like Car and Driver or Jalopnik, they're sharing interesting, funny tidbits that you want to actually read. So please start there. Consider also sharing third-party articles about, the new 4Runner and how off-road capable it is. That's interesting, valuable stuff. And again, it's going to define you as an expert in your space, really create enormous visibility for you, and ultimately drive people in directly to see you. But those posts, a terrible picture from your cell phone of a car in the lot that is marked down to $19.95, is not motivating anybody through your door. There's a lot of different resources that you can read that are going to help you with this concept, including Gary Vaynerchuk, Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's a book I seriously recommend checking out so you can get a better feel for these principles. But please reconsider your car spam posts and try and create engagement with your connections. And remember, if you're not, you're ultimately hurting your own image.
All right, question, John? Go ahead.
So I take pictures like it's where safety sense and other aspects of features. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, kind of. What John's question was is, as far as the walk around and what Laura was saying, don't do the walk arounds, don't do the walk arounds. She's right. But like what John was saying, you can't put up a 45-minute video of a walk around unless you're showing the the whole walk around competition. So no, but what you want to do, like John was asking, is break it down. Yes, you can do that. You can show the car. Like if you want to do a walk, you'd have to do it like this. You'd have to say, okay, just wanted to show you guys the new 2021 Toyota 4Runner in race blue. and then just walk around the vehicle and show the outside of the car and maybe a quick, shot of the inside of the car, something that's going to be like maybe a minute long, and then say, hey, if you guys want to check it out, it's really a cool truck. You'll love it. Whatever, it has this feature, that feature, whatever it does. And that's it. That would be like an acceptable walk around, but you don't want to call it a walk around. You want to call it something else. Now, like what he was saying is you want to break down the features. Sure. What you could do is you could do a 5-part series and show today you're going to show, maybe, a video of the motor and talk about some of the features and benefits of the motor. And that's all you're going to do. Then maybe tomorrow you do the interior and some features and benefits of that. And then some other cool features that, may or may not be about the 4Runner, and break it up into some sections. You could definitely do that. The whole point to it is when you're on regular Facebook is you're doing more branding and how-to videos and introduction stuff that is involved with you. So everything's going to be hashtag, like hashtag Toyota sales, hashtag, Toyota 4Runner, the new 2021, or whatever, things like that. Put in your location and then tag everybody you can in there and like and share it. So this way you're not trying to sell somebody something, you're just promoting something, and you're just promoting something that somebody may or may not be interested in. When you move over into Marketplace, the reason why we don't usually advertise new cars in there is because, you're going to find them everywhere anyway. There's nothing really that special, but a used car, there's no two that are the same. So when you put that in Marketplace, that is the format to put the price or the payment, whatever it is that we're advertising online. If we have a price online on that used car and the price on the window, you just get permission from your manager to post it, which is normally fine. Then you can post that into Marketplace and post it on your news feed and in the 10 groups you're going to join. And then you can put the price or payment or whatever the best suggestion is for that particular used vehicle. That you have 28 different other brands, so you could be advertising a BMW, a Mercedes, a Honda, whatever it is. That's just fine. That's going to be in the Marketplace. But on our side of it, on the social media side, when it comes to Facebook, you're not going to do that. You're really going to try to stick with new cars. But believe it or not, used cars on Marketplace, not on Marketplace, on regular Facebook, does extremely well by itself also. Okay. So, if you say, hey, we just took in this 2000 and like Ed was doing it for me. Hey, we just took in this 2014 Ford F-250, 70,000 miles, 4-wheel drive, short bed, leather loaded Lariat, has this feature, that feature, contact me if you're interested or you're looking for a price or payment or whatever. You could do that. That's okay. And you can promote every day. You can promote a different used car and go through the entire inventory. You can do it twice a day, but you definitely need to do a branding video once a day for sure. You need to post your sales on there every time you sell a car. If you don't put a picture or a video up, man, you're just totally losing out. Now, what works, believe it or not, when it comes to selling a vehicle and posting that sold vehicle online with the customer is not video, it's just a still picture. So just a picture of you with the customers and their information in there, hey, congratulations, David, on your brand new Toyota Camry. Great doing business with you. You're a great guy, whatever, that kind of stuff. And that's it. And then put your phone number and make sure all your information's in there. And then you want to like and share it. And you know what? Everybody would. That's why if you want to friend me on Facebook, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. I'm going to always like and share all of your contact everywhere. So just to let you know. So any questions on that or comments or anything?
So,
From Laura?
Yeah. Some of the things she was talking about were actually related to cars. Did I?
Yeah, she mostly just does new cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mainly going to be posting new vehicles, yes, mainly. But don't leave out the used car market because it's a gigantic one. So you could do the same thing for used as you do for new. I'm just saying, even on the used car, don't post the price or payment on a used car on Facebook. You could do it in Marketplace. So in Marketplace, every 7 days, you should change your inventory. But I would limit yourself to like 2 vehicles, because what happens is, as soon as you post something in Marketplace, usually within the first 15 minutes, you're going to get a response. It happens that quick. Like if you posted a piece of furniture, whatever, usually it doesn't take more than 15 minutes, and people are going to start inquiring, hey, something about the vehicle. But it's almost a guarantee. You'll sell a lot of used cars off of Facebook. That's a fact. I mean, there will be tons. So, George, you had a question, Del Sol?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. So on the marketplace, we're gonna sell the vehicles. And then on our news feed on Facebook, we're just gonna promote the vehicles.
Exactly. Mark, Facebook is for promoting, no price, no payment. Okay. Promote everything you want on there. You could say, hey, guess what, man? I'm over at Toyota of Katy, and we're having a 4th of July sale this weekend. If you guys are interested or in the market, just come on by and see me. You don't want to get salesy and, say, hey, like Lloyd was saying, we're having, everybody's approved, everybody's this. Nobody gives a shit. So don't do it. Okay. Nobody cares. So limit that. But the more how-tos and the more instructional stuff you post, the stronger your following and your content's going to be. And then in Marketplace, you can put stuff actually for sale and advertise it. That's what it's for. Because people who are looking in the Marketplace are looking to buy.
Got you. How about Instagram?
What?
How about Instagram? How do we do it there?
Instagram, you could go up to a minute video. And Instagram is just a mishmash of stuff. So, I would do both. I would do both, tracking which does better for you. And Chris Arredondo?
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel, but it's really gun related. But when I do real estate, I mention it on that channel, and it works for me. But I don't know if Toyota wants to be associated with anything like that. So
You can't.
Okay.
If it was cooking or something like that, even though it's relevant, it would be kind of 50-50, hit and miss there. But anything, firearms or anything like that, no, for sure no.
Okay, that's why.
Politics, anything like that can't be. No. Anybody else? We are advertising used cars on Facebook and Instagram. Is it only used cars? No. If you do regular Facebook, you could do a combination of new and used. I would say 70% new, 30% used on Facebook and Instagram directly. Okay. If you tie in your Instagram to your Facebook account, it should automatically post whatever you posted on Facebook as far as that content should automatically push to Instagram. All you got to do is set that up the right way, and it should be just fine. Otherwise, the for sale stuff, new and used, you can put on Marketplace. New just doesn't work as well as used cars do on Marketplace. But on regular Facebook, yes, you want to put new and used vehicles up there, and just post whatever you think is cool to you. When you go walk the inventory, because you're going to be doing it 3 times a day for the first month, you want to go check it out. Definitely, for sure. Anything else? Anybody have a question when it comes to this? Okay. As far as the content is concerned, make sure that whatever you're posting, like let's say you're going to show a new Toyota Corolla, the Matrix Edition, or whatever it is, and you're going to talk about the warranty, or you're going to talk about the safety features or anything else that you're going to talk about, one thing has to be the subject. So let's say you take a new Corolla out. You have to pick a subject that you're going to talk about. So let's say you're going to pick a new Corolla, you're going to do a video on it, have the car, in front of you, and you're going to be behind it, maybe a little bit, some sections and snapshots of the vehicle, and you're going to talk about the safety features. Make sure that the data that you're putting out there is correct. Make sure you're getting the info, and make sure it's a reliable source and reliable information, because the worst thing you could do is put content out there that you've guessed and it's wrong, because you're going to get called out on the carpet by hundreds of people, and your reputation will be shot right from the beginning. So make sure you don't get the content confused with another model or something else, because that'll be detrimental to you too. Yeah, Edmunds is a great source of information. Wikipedia is a great source of information, and Toyota.com would be a great source of information. Edmunds has a lot of cool stuff. You got to kind of look through it a little bit. A little hard to find, but they have a matrix. They have a matrix that goes in there that breaks down all the vehicles. Fueleconomy.gov. And yes, Wikipedia, the reason why I mention that is because Toyota and the manufacturers, they're the ones that post the content about themselves. So if you looked up the Toyota Camry on Wikipedia, it'll give you all the generation information from the beginning of time. And the stuff is accurate on there because it's actually posted by them. So that's why I say Wikipedia. I don't know why they use the site, but it's there. And yeah, Wikipedia does work very well for that. Anything else? No? Anybody else? Any other questions back here before we move on?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So do we post the videos on Marketplace too, or just the Facebook itself?
No, on Marketplace, you cannot put up videos. It's just pictures. That's why I say normally you would do 10 to 12 pictures of the vehicle on Marketplace. And then on Facebook, you could do a picture, it's fine. And actually just single pictures with some content in there work very, very well. But video seems to work better. But yeah, Marketplace won't let you post a video. So, oh, the other thing I almost forgot is there's also selling apps. You have 5 Mile, you have Let It Go, 5 Mile, Let It Go, Offer Up. What's another one? Offer Up, Let It Go, 5 Mile. All these little apps that you could do for free. Some of them you can actually do video on, but those work the best for used vehicles, especially used vehicles that are under $15,000. So if we have any used vehicles for sale that are under 15 grand, the cheaper the better. Will work great on Offer Up, Let It Go, and 5 Mile. But don't set yourself up as a dealer and try to charge you like $400 a month. The best thing you could do for yourself is make sure that you're set up as an individual person, list the vehicle up on there, and then you can post that on Facebook because it'll let you. So automatically. But make sure in the descriptions, okay? But yeah, I forgot about those apps. Don't forget about those selling. You can't post anything on eBay. Otherwise, if you want to post your vehicle somewhere else, Pinterest and all these other little places, whatever floats your boat. Anything else? Anybody else about that? No. All right. So one second. Bring up. Our internet. Oh, it's not coming up. Oops. Sorry, I'm having so much trouble this morning.
Hello, I'm Alan Rand. I wish someone had told me what I'm about to tell you when I first started selling cars. Please pay attention because this is huge. Over my longer than 30-year career in the automotive industry, I've had the pleasure of working with hundreds of 30-car-a-month-plus salespeople. I've also worked with tens of thousands of salespeople who are selling 8, 10, 12 cars a month. It's no secret that there are exponentially more average salespeople than great ones. Here's what's always perplexed me. The great salespeople work at the same dealerships as the mediocre ones. They sell out of the same inventory in the same market at the same dealerships. So here's my question. Given the same opportunity, why does one person excel and make a great living while the other 30 are just getting by? I guess what I'm asking you is, what are the characteristics of a 30-car-a-month salesperson? Here's the first thing. The best salespeople do the basics well. They obviously know and take great pride in their product. They look professional and they're likable. Sounds easy, but I can't tell you how many salespeople I've run into in my career that had the personality of a smashed cat. The second thing is that successful salespeople are very coachable. Steph Curry was the NBA's most valuable player in 2015 when his team also won the NBA championship. He was, by all accounts, the best player in the league. In 2016, every basketball analyst was commenting on how Steph Curry was the most improved player in the league. Here's a guy that was already the best, and yet he never stopped trying to get better. How strong a lesson can we learn from people like this? Contrast that to how often we run into salespeople at dealerships that sold 6.5 cars last month, and you can't tell them a damn thing. There hasn't been a training session in 4 years that they haven't tried to get out of. They'll try to bring you down with their yeah, but attitude. Get away from those people and stay away from those people. Let them be poor underachievers without your help. Stay coachable and know that you can always learn to do things better. The third thing is this: successful salespeople work smart. When you drive by a dealership and see 5 people standing around outside doing absolutely nothing for 2 hours while waiting for one customer, know that those are not the top producers. You'll either find the top producers with a phone to their head, following up and generating business, or they're already with someone. They didn't come to work to stand around outside and talk to other salespeople who are basically the only people in the state that can't or won't buy a car from them. They actually work a lot smarter than harder, and they're always trying to find the most productive thing they can be doing right now to sell a car. The most important thing they've done is they've made a choice. Success is a choice that, let's face it, most people will never make. Let that be their problem. I want you to make that choice starting today. Get your basics down, always be coachable and looking to learn something new, and make sure that you have a plan to work smart. Being successful and making a lot of money in this industry is easy. You just have to make the right choices. Now you know.
CBT News Saturday Morning Sales Meeting, brought to you by Force Marketing. Visit us today at forcemarketing.com. And here now, Alan Ram.
Hi, I'm Alan Ram, President and founder of Proactive Training Solutions. Welcome to the CBT News Saturday Sales Meeting. Your success today is all going to depend on conversion. Converting customers that come to your dealership to clients driving out in cars. Converting phone calls to customers in the showroom. The difference between selling a car today and not is going to come down to, do you know what to say when the time is right? The first rule of
It's on my phone.
thumb when you pick up the phone today is be enthusiastic. Sound like the kind of person you'd want to be talking to. Take control of your conversations. How do you do that? You ask questions. When you ask questions, you not only take control, but more than that, you sound interested in what the customer is looking for. Here's what happens on most calls into dealerships. The customer asks, salesperson answers. Customer asks, salesperson answers. Customer asks, salesperson answers. Customer asks, salesperson answers. It's as if the salesperson is simply waiting for the customer to run out of questions. That's a recipe for disaster. What do you think they're going to ask you? All of the things you don't necessarily want to get into on the telephone. So let's say a customer calls you up today and they want a lease payment or a bottom line price on a new car. You might start out like this. I'll tell you what, you picked a great time to call us on a new Subaru Outback. With your permission, what I'd like to do is ask you a few questions about the Outback you're considering. That way, you'll know we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay? Of course, the customer's going to say yes. First question I'd follow that up with is, how familiar are you with the Subaru Outback? Now, adapt that to whatever it is you sell, obviously, and start asking the big questions first. Questions that make sense to the customer. What level of equipment were you looking for? Did you want leather? What about navigation? Always ask if they've had an opportunity to drive a car yet. And if they haven't, get them excited about it. Say some good things about it. Wait until you drive the Subaru Outback. As good as it looks, and people love the way it looks, it drives even better. Get them excited about your vehicle. Now, let's face it, 58% of calls coming into dealerships today are on a specific pre-owned vehicle that the customer saw online. Ask yourself this question. Is the goal of the ad to sell the vehicle in the ad or to sell any vehicle? So let's say this customer calls you on a 2010 Hyundai Santa Fe that you have advertised. If the customer comes in, are they definitely going to buy that Santa Fe? Of course not. Now, how often does a customer come in looking for one used vehicle and then they buy something completely different? They come in looking for a 2011 Honda Civic you had advertised and they drive off in a Nissan Altima. They come in looking for a Silverado and they drive off in a Tahoe. A lot of times they come in looking for pre-owned and they buy new, right? That happens all the time, doesn't it? The customer calls up and says, I'm on your website right now and you have a 2012 Accord EX advertised. Do you still have that car? And bottom line, what would you take for it cash? As if we might consider taking chickens and beaver pelts. Here's how I would respond. Which Accord is that? Is there a stock number listed? Which Accord is that? Is there a stock number listed? What's that going to do? Number one, it makes it sound like you have a lot of cars, and you do. Number two, it slows the call down. It's 2014. Of course, there's a stock number listed, and they'll give it to you. It's stock number 8750. You'll follow that up with something to the effect of, the reason I ask is the vehicles we have listed online are a representation of the vehicles that we've got down here. We've been selling a lot of new cars, and as a result, we've been taking in a lot of trades. Not only that Accord, but a lot of other cars like that as well. See, what we're doing here is getting the customer thinking that we've got more cars. They're not only interested in stock number 8750, they want to hear what else you've got. So which 2009 F-150 was that? Was there a stock number listed? They'll give it to you. The reason I ask is the vehicles we've got listed online right now are just a representation of what we've got. We've been selling so many new trucks right now. As a result, we're taking in a lot of trades. Not only that F-150, but a lot of other trucks like that as well. Now, are you only looking for 2009, or would you consider 2010 as well if it fit in the budget? Of course they'd look at a 2010 if it fits in the budget. Now, notice how I really open this up. In addition to F-150s, what other trucks might you consider, even other makes and models? Don't assume that that customer wouldn't take something else. You've seen it happen a million times. Control your conversations, be enthusiastic, and if it's a specific pre-owned vehicle that the customer's calling in on, get that customer talking about other vehicles as well. The difference between selling cars today and not selling cars today is knowing what to say. You know what to say, and if you say it the right way, you're going to get that customer in the door. It's that simple. My training focuses on driving traffic to dealerships and converting opportunities off the telephone and internet, whether it be handling inbound sales calls properly, following up unsold customers. And let's face it, some of you have customers you know you should be following up on today, but you don't know what to say anyway, so you're actually hoping to get their voicemail when you call. Let's change that. It's all about knowing what to say, working your sold customer base, converting internet leads, and those phone calls into customers in your showroom.
All right. So any questions on the social media? I wanted you to show you that part about Alan Ram and what we're learning about phone training, because we're going to start getting into the phone script again and close out our social media. Any questions before we leave the social media subject and get back into the phone script? Anybody? Everybody's good. So now when you start working on Monday, those of you who are going to the Houston store, again, today is the day. I need all of you to come by. The ones who I told you were approved, come by today, pick up your employee packets, and come drop them off. And yes, Ruben, I got the paper. Thank you very much. I need you to drop everything off so we get processed, because all you guys will have to be at your prospective stores Monday. Those of you approved. I will get the rest of my approvals today for sure. They're working on them right now, so I can let the rest of you know. Okay, there's not that many of you left, but everybody else, no matter what, I got to have your employee packet done today to get you processed and done. I just found out that we do have direct deposit now, so that's awesome. We didn't have it before, so we are getting that. Any questions?
Hey, Don.
Yes.
How do we know we got approved for sure?
Well,
Do we get an email saying we're approved, or?
I would have said, gave you an email, but that you got approved, and but George, I'm almost positive you already were approved. I think I told you that already. Let me see. Hold on. I'll look at it again at lunchtime, but I'm pretty sure, George, you were good to go.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, David, you could just call me on my cell phone. It's fine. But yeah, George, I'm almost positive you were. I'll look at the list again, but yes. But yeah, anybody who's still questioning it, let me know. But everybody else, man, no matter what, got to have you come through the store today. I don't care if it's lunchtime or after. And no, we are not staying till 5 o'clock. Depending on how today goes and your participation, get you out of here between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Okay, we're never going past 4 o'clock, so we're not going to be that way. Any questions before we move back to the phone scripts?
My question was, are you staying till 5? Because I want to make sure you're there when I bring the paperwork. Because last night when I kept calling, Mary wasn't there. So I'm not going to drive out there unless one of you guys are going to be there.
Yeah, no, don't call because that's not accurate. Mary was here till almost 6 o'clock yesterday. The store closes at 6 every day right now, both stores. But even if I'm not here, Mary's not here, somebody from accounting or Mary will be here till 5 o'clock for sure. And if you have not filled out your packet yet, I still have everything sitting here in the conference room. So if you are on your way, or if you've already filled it out, you know, I'll find a spot that you could do, because I don't want you to leave your stuff with just anybody. You can, you know, put it in an envelope, a yellow manila little envelope, and seal it, and just put Mary Jarvis. I'll write her name in here. Okay.
If you're not there when we get there, where is Mary located in the building?
She is right next to the conference room. Everybody remembers where they interviewed, where I was interviewing you in that office there. If you're standing in front of the office, it's to the right. To the left, you're jumping off a cliff. To the right is the next office, is her office right there. She's the only office really upstairs on that corner. She's right in front of the bathrooms. Great spot. But yeah, it's right there. And Adam, yeah, if you're going to shoot over, that's great. That's where a spot is. You can put your entire employee packet in a manila envelope, seal it, write Mary Jarvis on it, and leave it in front of her door. Nobody comes up here. Nobody will touch it. If it's going to be between 5 and 6 o'clock, they lock the doors at 6. So you can come afterwards. You can actually come up here right now at lunchtime or after lunchtime and make your way through. You can do the webinar on your phone. In the meantime, grab all your employee paperwork. You have to write on the blue sheet. I'm going to write it right on blue sheet, either Katie or Houston. Okay, on the top of the blue sheet, and the blue sheet should be the first one. It should be the blue sheet, the packet, and then the rest of your paperwork after that. Okay, so that's what it should be. And on the blue sheet, you're going to write Katie or Houston, wherever you're going, which I already told you. And I'll go over the sheet one more time. Give me just 1 second, and I will pull it up and I'll read them out. Can y'all still see me? David, could you see me? All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm going to say it again. Okay. So can you hear me on screen? David Cathers, can you hear me? Yes? Take your mute off. You can see me? Okay. But you can hear me, right? If I come off the screen for a second? Okay, good. All right. So just to let you know, Adam Finch approved, Katie. Adam Schultz approved, Katie. Ahmad Taylor approved, Katie. Akande, sorry if I butchered your name, Katie. Alfredo Galvez, sorry. Alfredo Galvez, Katie. Aiden, approved, Katie. Briley, approved, Katie. Chris Arredondo, approved, Katie. Carson Sadisco, approved, Katie. Giselle, approved, Houston. Gracie, approved, Houston. George Del Sol, approved, Houston. George Platt, Joe Platt, approved, Katie. Josh Craig, approved, Katie. Manny, approved, Houston. Mark Mira, approved, Katie. Matt Evans, approved, Katie. Mason, approved, Katie. Trey Bullock, approved, Houston. Ruben Leal, approved, Katie. I thought you were going to Houston. So we're still waiting on Cheyenne, Candace, Eric Hernandez, Jalen, John Okoye, Jawan Carter, Toyin, Nevin Sneed, and Jake Warner. We're still waiting for the approvals to come back on that. Then you'll know where you're at. Jake will be, we'll see, I'm not sure about that. And Nevin, I know you're going to go to Katie. So that's what we're waiting on currently. Okay. See.
I'm sorry, Don. Can you repeat where I go? Because yesterday you say me I go to the Houston, and now you say I'm going to the Katy.
Yeah, I believe you are going to Houston, Ruben. I'm pretty sure you are. I might have to change it, but I just went over it. So if I did not call your name, it is just I gave everybody pending or whatever else. All right.
Okay. Is Houston or Katy? You don't know now. Or is Houston?
I got to double check because I believe you're supposed to be in Houston.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But I'll double check the things. And I'm going to do it at lunchtime. Okay. I see that. Hang on one second. Yep. No, I need everything complete. No, everything, yeah, the plaquet's got to be complete and be turned into Mary today. So when you see her and she's not free, you need to go there and drop your stuff off to her. Okay, everybody needs to see her today until when I get the approval, I'm going to look at lunchtime, okay? Yeah.
When it comes to knowing the models, all their features, there's something that I can get, kind of have a breakdown of all the models.
Oh, you mean of Toyota?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Toyota has a Toyota card, which I'll get everybody one. They're downstairs. Yeah, Toyota has a card that has all the different makes and models on them. So I'll get everybody one of those. So, any other questions? Yeah. As far as your first day, you're both gonna, when you guys go to the stores you got to go to, you're gonna just automatically come upstairs here to the conference room. Okay, and that's where I'm gonna direct everybody to go. Is just upstairs to the conference room. It'd be the easiest spot. to make things simple for everybody. Yes, and you can finish the paperwork. Legitimately shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes to do. It's not, doesn't take very long to do all the paperwork. The hardest part about it is probably making the photocopy. Okay, any questions before we move on? All right, we are going to, let's do our phone scripts. So everybody break out the phone scripts and we're going to go through them again like we did yesterday. So make sure you guys know them. And we're going to start off with Chris Arredondo and Mark Mira, and we're going to go around the room. Okay? Yeah, with the phone script. So Mark is going to be the salesperson first and then Chris second. And we're going to kind of rotate. I do need everybody to participate. Okay? So if there's something screwed up on your phone or your audio, please get it figured out because I really need to hear how you're doing and handling yourselves on the phone. So please make sure. Okay? All right, let's get started.
I studied the Camry, by the way.
Got it.
All right. All right, thank you for calling. This is Mark Mira speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm calling about a Camry.
Oh, you actually picked a great time to call us on Camrys. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions regarding the Camrys you're considering. That way, you'll know we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic. How familiar are you with the Camry?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you a little something about the Camry. You know, it has great mileage. It comes with 29 miles per gallon in the city, 41 miles per gallon in the highway. And it also comes with a 7-inch touchscreen and is Apple CarPlay compatible. And it comes with the Toyota Safety Sense, and it also has a 5-star safety rating as well. So it's a pretty safe car, and it comes with great mileage as well.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, so the Camry comes, you know, it comes great with mileage. It comes with 29 miles per gallon in the city, 41 miles per gallon in the highway. It also comes with a 7-inch touchscreen that is Apple CarPlay compatible. And additionally to that, it also comes with Toyota Safety Sense, and it has a 5-star safety rating.
I think we're cutting out. Just repeat the last question that you asked.
How familiar are you with the Camry?
Oh yeah, no, I heard that. Did you ask me about the color yet, or?
No, I was finna go into. Are you looking for that in, you know, the LE, XLE, etc.
LE.
LE? Okay, great. Were you looking for it in a light or a dark color?
Color.
Dark color? Okay, great. And have you had a chance to drive the Camry yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So you don't need to buy this today, do you?
No.
All right, great. Let me do this for you. I'm gonna go check not only what we have available now in Camrys, but also what we have incoming. It shouldn't take me very long at all. And by the way, what number are you calling from?
This is my cell.
Okay, great. And if I miss you at this number, is there like an alternate number I can call?
Yes.
Okay, great. And what is that cell phone number?
222222222.
Okay, great. What's your last name?
Arredondo.
Arredondo. And what is your first name?
Chris.
Chris? All right, perfect. Can you just hold on for a moment?
Yes.
All right, 15 seconds goes by. All right, thank you for holding. I just checked, and we have availability of Camrys right now. By the way, are you currently a Toyota owner?
No, I am not.
Okay, great. What are you driving right now?
A Dodge Dart.
A Dodge Dart? Oh, great car. Is that a car you're gonna consider trading in to get this Camry?
Yeah.
Okay. What year is it?
It is 2016.
2016. Great. And what's the mileage on it approximately?
40,000.
40,000. Okay. And if you were to rate it out of 1 through 10 on the how great it is, what would you rate it?
10.
10. Perfect. All right. When would be a good time for us to get together? As a matter of fact, what are you doing right now?
Well, I am at work right now. I am off tomorrow.
You are tomorrow? Okay, great. Let's see. Can we do 3:30 tomorrow? How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, great. I'm gonna pencil you into my calendar for 3:30 tomorrow. If for any reason you're running a little early or late, would you please call me so I could adjust my schedule?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Do you have a pen and paper in handy?
I do.
All right, write down my name. My last name is spelled Mira, that's Mira, and my first name is Mark, Mark.
Got it.
All right. Do you know exactly where we're located?
No, I do not.
Okay. So we're actually in Katy. You know, if you go on I-10 and exit on Mason and hit the U-turn, we're gonna be right there on the corner on I-10 and Mason. And by the way, last question. What's your email address?
It is email@email.com.
Email. Oh, great email. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna send you 2 videos in the next, 15 minutes. The first one's gonna be an introduction video, just so you can put a face with the voice that you're hearing right now. And then I'm gonna send you a couple of videos about the camera you're inquiring about. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. Great. See you tomorrow at 3:30.
Perfect.
All right, Chris, your turn. Don't get up.
Yeah, I'm having some disconnecting issues right now, by the way, just letting you know. I'm having that as well. Okay, so I did the RAV4.
Right. All right, for sure.
Ring ring. Thanks for calling. This is Chris. How can I help you?
Yeah. I was calling about the RAV4s.
You picked a great time to call us about the RAV4s. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a couple questions regarding the RAV4 you're considering. That way, you'll know that we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Awesome. How familiar are you with the RAV4s?
Man, I don't know anything about the RAV4, to be honest.
Also, are you looking for that in a gas version or a hybrid version?
We can go with the hybrid.
All right. And are you looking, would you like that in a light or dark color?
I like to go dark.
Okay, awesome. And have you had the opportunity to drive the RAV4 yet?
Unfortunately, no, I have not.
Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about the RAV4. So it gets 26 city miles and 35 highway miles per gallon. It has 203 horsepower, and depending on your model, you can get anywhere between 1,500 to 3,500 pounds of towing capacity. And there's the hybrid version, like I mentioned. It is pretty spacious, and it gets even more spacious when the seats fold down. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities. It can also be used as a 4G LTE.
You say what, bro? Hey, I think you cut out.
What? No, she's downstairs in that little area.
You can hear me? I could see you waving, but I can't hear you.
Did you hear all of that?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh man, oh, I just went through the whole 60-second commercial. Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I heard some of it. You said it was spacious. Okay, great.
Okay, yeah, awesome. And did you need to buy this today?
No, I don't think so.
All right, great. Let me do this for you. I'm gonna check not only what we have right now, but I'm also gonna see what we have incoming. It shouldn't take me that long. What number are you calling from?
I'm calling from my cell phone number.
Okay. And in case I miss you at this number, is there another one I can call you at?
Yeah, you can call my work phone number. It's 281-330-8004.
Awesome. And what is your last name?
My last name is Mira.
And what is your first name?
Mark.
Awesome. And is it okay if I put you on hold for a moment while I look for the RAV4s?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. 15 seconds later. Thanks for holding. I just checked and we have a great availability of RAV4s right now. By the way, are you currently a Toyota owner?
No, I am not.
All right, if you don't mind me asking, what are you driving?
Dodge Charger SRT.
Oh, it's a pretty nice car. Is that the vehicle you would consider trading in?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so how many miles do you have on that car?
About 10,000.
And what year did you say that was?
2019.
All right, and out of 10, 10 being the best, what condition would you say it was in?
1.
Oh, okay, cool. So when would be a good time for us to get together? Actually, what are you doing right now?
Man, I ain't doing anything right now. We can meet today if you're free.
Yeah, you want to meet in an hour? Let's say like 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Okay, so let me just put you in my schedule here. And if for any reason you're running early or late, would you just give me a call so I can adjust it?
Yeah, I'll call you.
And do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so right now my last name is spelled Arredonco, and my first name is Chris. And do you know exactly where we're located?
No, I don't actually. You gotta tell
Okay,
me.
so we are on I-10 and Mason. Just exit Mason and just keep going down. You'll see it. Okay, and cool. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for calling, and I will see you at 1. Oh wait, hold on. Email. Sorry. And by the way, what's a good email for you?
My email is email10@email.com.
Okay, awesome. So I'll be sending you 2 videos. One is an intro of me, just so you can put a face with the name, and another is the info on the vehicle you asked about.
All right, for sure.
Awesome. I'll see you at 1.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, next, let's do Alfredo and George Del Sol. And Alfredo will go first, and then George will go second. And, you know, if you guys have any comments or something that somebody said or did, please, let's participate, okay?
Okay. Thank you. This is Alfredo speaking. How can I help you?
Tell them what car you
Oh,
studied.
how about a Camry?
Let's not do
Sure.
a Camry. What did you study last night?
Tundra.
All right, so do a Tundra. This is great. Oh, and by the way, homework tonight, just to let you guys know, okay, is everybody needs to be doing a Tundra and a Tacoma. If you've already done a Tundra and Tacoma as part of your homework, that's fine. Do something else, but if you have not, I need everybody to do a Tundra and a Tacoma.
Thank you for calling. This is Alfredo speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, Alfredo, I was looking at the Tundras on your website.
Oh, great. You picked a great time to call us on Tundras. What's your name?
George.
George? Hi, George. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions regarding the Tundra you're considering. That way, you'll know we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay?
Sure.
How familiar are you with the Tundra?
A little bit, not too much. I know it's a truck.
Oh, well, that's good. It's a great truck. Are you looking for that in the two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive?
Definitely four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive, okay. Now, would you like that in a light or a dark color?
Prefer dark.
Prefer dark, okay. Have you had an opportunity to drive the Tundra yet?
Not yet.
Well, let me tell you about the Tundra. The Tundra is a great work truck. It has a V8 engine, and it also has a tow package. So you're able to put, you're able to tow anything you want because it comes also with a tow and haul, mode on the transmission. So it's got lots of power, great torque. And so whatever kind of duty you have in store for it, it can do it. Not to mention that the cab is absolutely comfortable. It's a great work truck, family truck, or just a commuter.
Awesome.
Let's see. Okay. You don't need to buy this today, do you?
No, sir.
Great. Let me do this for you. I'm going to check not only what we have available now in Tundras, but also what we have incoming. It shouldn't take long to at all. Okay.
Great.
Great. Okay. What number are you calling from?
Number one.
Is that your cell?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In case I miss you at that number, what's your work number?
211.
George, what's your last name?
Del Sol.
Del Sol. And your first name, is that spelled with a G or a J?
A J.
J. Okay. Good. Could you hold for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you for holding. I just checked, and we have a great availability of Tundras right now. By the way, are you currently a Toyota owner?
No.
What are you driving?
I'm driving right now a BMW
Oh, what year is that BMW?
06,
And how many miles do you have on it?
about 8,000.
Now, from a scale of 1 to 10, the condition of the car, what would you rate it?
4.
A 4, okay. Now, is this the vehicle you're considering trading in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When would be a good time for us to get together?
We'll say maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow. Now, what time tomorrow would be a great time, would be a best time for you? Like, could we get together, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow?
If we could do a little bit earlier, I'll be fine. Around 2.
Around 2? Okay, why don't we put you in for 2 o'clock tomorrow? And we'll meet here. Do you know how to get here?
I believe so. Mason and I-10, right?
Yeah, Mason and I-10.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'm going to pencil you into my calendar for 2 p.m. tomorrow. If for any reason you're running late, a little early or late, would you please call me so I can adjust my schedule?
Sure.
You have a pencil handy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write down my name. My last name is spelled Galbez.
Okay.
And my first name is spelled Alfredo, Alfredo.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Now, just one last bit of information. Could I have your email address?
Sure. gg@gmail.com.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Now, I'm going to send you 3 bits of information. There's going to be 2 videos. They're going to be very, very short. And I'm also going to send you my business card. Okay. So just keep an eye out for them.
Thank you, Alfredo. Appreciate it.
Okay. You're very welcome. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Very good. Very good. Nice job. All right, George, your turn.
All right.
Okay.
Ring,
What card?
ring. You can do the Forerunner if you like.
Do the which one?
Forerunner?
The Forerunner? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Right. Ring, ring. Thank you for calling Taylor Houston. This is George. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling regarding your Forerunners. I'm interested in possibly purchasing one.
Awesome. You've got a great time to call on the Forerunners. With your permission, I'd like to ask a couple questions regarding the Forerunners you're considering. That way, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem.
Awesome. That way we'll both know we're talking about the same vehicle. Will that be okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. So how familiar are you with the Forerunner?
I'm not too familiar. I just was looking at it online, and I thought the car was really, I like the way it looks.
Okay. Are you looking for the specific trim or any features?
Yeah, I'd like to get one that has 4-wheel drive capacity.
Awesome. We can make that work. How about 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder? Well, they all come in 6 cylinders. So.
Okay.
Awesome. Do you want manual or automatic?
I'd like an automatic.
Awesome. How about the color? Do you like it light or dark?
If you have like a metallic silver, a light color like that, I'd really like that.
Okay, I'll do that for you. No problem. So, have you had opportunity to drive the Forerunner yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so the car is very beautiful, by the way. Very good looking car. Comes with a great warranty, and it has great off-road capabilities. So if you like off-roading, I definitely recommend it. Comes with a very good 4.0 liter V6 engine that outputs about 270 horsepower. So it has a lot of power if you like that. The fuel economy is not that bad either. About 60 miles per gallon city, 70 per mile highway. Very good looking interior. So you can definitely come by and check it out. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
You don't need to buy this today, do you?
What's that? I'm sorry.
You don't need to buy this today, do you?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm
Where are we?
sorry, come on. You don't need to buy this today, do you?
Oh, no, not today, but I'd like to do it maybe sometime in the next week or two.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going ahead and check what we have in Forerunners, and but also what we have incoming. Shouldn't take very, very long at all.
Great.
Okay, so one more question. What number are you calling from? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm calling from my cell phone,
Okay, and what number is that, sir?
832-436-5271.
Thank you for that. And if I can get your last name, please.
Galvez, Galvez.
Galvez, all right. And your first name?
Alfredo.
Thank you, Alfredo Galvez. Appreciate that. And could you hold for 1 second? I'll be right back.
Sure.
Thank you. 15 seconds. All right, sir. Thank you for holding. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. I just checked, and we have a great availability of Forerunners right now. And by the way, are you currently a Toyota owner?
No, I'm not a Toyota owner.
Okay, maybe we can make that happen soon. And what are you driving right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm driving a Jeep Compass,
Jeep Compass. Okay, and what year is that car?
2010.
Are you thinking about trading it in?
Yeah, it's about time.
Okay, how many miles in the car?
I have 80,000 miles on the car.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Have you done a regular maintenance?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, have you done regular maintenance?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with my maintenance on my car.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. And what will be a good time for us to get together next week? What day works for you?
Well, I have some time on Monday. Monday's a really good day for me.
Okay, how about Monday around noon, 12?
Yeah, that would work perfect for me.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you in my calendar. And if for any reason you're running a little late or a little early, just give me a call so I can know.
Great. Yeah, I'll do that for you. No problem.
Awesome, awesome. So do you have paper in hand and pencil handy?
Yes, I do.
All right. So here I'm gonna give you my name real quick. So my last name is Del Sol. It's spelled DELSOL, and my first name is George with a J, JORGE.
Okay, I got
All
it.
right. Perfect. Do you know our location?
Yeah, I believe it's I-10 in Mason, right?
So the one I'm at is I-10 and Kirkwood. Don't make it to Houston.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Awesome. Appreciate that. And by the way, do you have email address I can have?
Yes, it's my first and last name, Alfredo Galvez @gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And one more thing, I will be sending you 2 videos to your phone. One introduction, just adding a face to the name, and a second video with some information on the vehicle you requested.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that.
All right. Awesome, Alfredo. Thank you, man. I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.
Yeah, see you on Monday at noon.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Good job, guys. So next we're going to do, let's do Adam Schultz and Carson. Adam Schultz, you go first, and then Carson will go second. Adam, are you there? See you're on screen, but okay. How about we're gonna get it. All right, welcome back to you, Adam. How about David Cathers? Jump in there. You got to unmute yourself, David.
Okay.
All right. So Carson's going to go first, and let us know when you get it working again. All right. And Carson, tell them what car.
I did the Camry.
All right.
Camry. Okay.
Thank you for calling. This is Carson speaking. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a Toyota Camry.
You picked a great time to call us on Camrys. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a couple questions regarding the Camry you're considering. That way I'll know we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay?
Sure.
How familiar are you with the Toyota Camry?
Not that familiar.
Okay, are you sure about what trim level you might be interested in, the LE, the SE, or anything like that?
I believe the LE.
Okay, great. So are you looking for a light or dark color?
Looking for a light color.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to drive the 2020 Camry yet?
I have not yet, actually.
Okay, well, just a few things about it. It's equipped with Toyota Safety Sense and a 5-star safety rating. About 29 miles to the gallon in the city and 41 on the highway. You'll also come with a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty and a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. You don't need to buy this today, do you?
Not today, no.
Right. Let me do this for you. I'm going to check not only what we have available now in Camrys, but what we have incoming. It shouldn't take me very long at all.
Okay, sounds good.
What number are you calling from?
So my number is 111-222-3333.
Okay, is that your cell number?
Yes.
Okay, great. In case I miss you at that number, what is your work number?
456-789-0123.
Excellent, thank you. Can I get your last name, please?
Cathers,
Okay, and your first name?
David.
Could you hold for just 1 moment for me?
Sure.
Thank you for holding. I just checked and we have a great availability of Camrys right now. By the way, are you currently a Toyota owner?
I am not.
Okay, what are you driving?
Dodge Durango.
Okay, is that the vehicle you would consider trading in?
Yes.
All right, excellent. Let me get just a little information about that vehicle.
Mhm.
What year is it?
It is a 2001.
Okay, and do you know about how many miles you have on it?
175,000.
Okay. And just a guess, based on 1 to 10, what would you say the condition of that vehicle is?
It's probably about a 7.
Okay. Let's see. When would be a good time for us to get together? As a matter of fact, what do you
I'm a little, sorry. I'm a little busy, but I can do tomorrow at 2.
Okay, that sounds great. I'm going to pencil you in my calendar for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If for any reason you're running a little early or late, would you please call me so I can adjust my schedule?
Absolutely.
All right, do you have a pen and paper handy?
I do.
All right, could you write my name down, please? My last name is spelled Sardisco, and my first name is Carson.
Okay.
Do you know exactly where we're located?
Yes, I believe so. It's I-10 and Mason, right?
Right, that's it. And by the way, what is your email address?
It's going to be david@email.com.
Okay. Also, I'm going to send you 2 quick videos. The first is just a little intro to put a face to a name, and the second is a little bit more about the camera you just called about.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, it was great talking to you, David.
Thank you. You too. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, David, your turn.
Okay. Thank you for calling Toyota of Katy. This is David speaking. How may I help you?
What vehicle are you?
Oh yeah. It is a. 1 second. I have it written down. Land Cruiser. Thank you for calling Toyota of Katy. This is David speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, I was calling about a Land Cruiser. I was interested in a new one.
Great. You picked a great time to call us on Land Cruisers. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a couple questions regarding the Land Cruiser you're considering. That way you'll know whether we're both talking about the same vehicle. Would that be okay?
That'd be great.
How familiar are you with the Land Cruiser?
Not very familiar.
Okay. And were you looking for that in, oh gosh darn it, hold on, I lost it.
Two-wheel, four-wheel drive?
Thank you. Okay, were you looking for that in a 4-wheel or 2-wheel drive?
Probably 4-wheel drive.
Okay, and then were you looking for that in a 6-cylinder or 8-cylinder? Or yeah.
Probably 8.
Okay. And then were you looking for a light or a dark color?
A dark color.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to drive the Land Cruiser yet?
I have not.
Okay, well, it does come in, that's what I was looking for. It comes in a standard or heritage edition. The heritage edition comes with more advanced LED lights around the car. It gets 13 miles per gallon in the city and 17 on the highway. It comes with 10 airbags, including driver and passenger, so it's safe with family travels if you have a family as well.
Okay, excellent.
Yes, ma'am. And then you don't need to buy this car today, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay, great. Let me do this for you. I'm going to check not only what we have available now in Land Cruisers, but also what we have incoming. It shouldn't take me very long.
Okay.
What number are you calling from?
It is 662-832-4462.
Okay, and is that your cell?
Yes.
Okay, so in case I miss you at that number, what is your work phone number?
662-234-2131.
Okay, sounds great. And your last name?
Sardisco.
Okay. And first name?
Carson.
Awesome, Carson. Can you hold for just a moment?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for holding. I just checked, and we have a great availability of Land Cruisers right now. By the way, are you currently a Land Cruiser owner?
I am not.
Okay. So, what are you driving?
A Jeep Wrangler.
Okay, and is that the vehicle you would consider trading in?
Yes.
All right, and so let me just ask a couple questions in regarding to that vehicle. So how many miles are on the car?
Somebody's gonna mute their thing.
About 40,000 miles.
Okay. And if you were to say what condition, on a scale of 1 to 10, what condition is the car in?
Probably 10.
Okay, awesome. When would be a good time for us to get together? As a matter of fact, what are you doing right now?
I'm at work right now.
Okay. How does tonight at 8 p.m. sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, great. I'm going to pencil you in for my calendar today at 8 p.m. If for any reason you're running a little early or a little late, would you please call me so I can adjust my schedule?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And do you have a pen and paper handy?
I do.
Okay. Would you please write down my name? My last name is spelled Cathers, and my first name is David.
Okay.
And do you know exactly where we're located?
I believe I-10 in Mason. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am. And then, by the way, what is your email?
carsonsardisco@gmail.com.
Okay, sounds great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a couple videos. The first one is just going to be an introduction so you can put a name to the face or a face to the name. And then I will send you a quick couple-minute video just giving you a walk around of the vehicle you're interested in.
All right, great.
All right, looking forward to seeing you at 8.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. Gals. All right. So what we're going to kind of cover this afternoon, I don't know why I'm flashing. So what we're going to cover this afternoon at 1 o'clock, we're going to go through the walk around videos one more time. We're going to watch probably 2 or 3 of them real quick. We're going to go through the phones, and then we're going to be talking about leasing, appointments, tracking, and goals. And then we're going to do a complete run through of the road to a sale. So what you're going to be doing is the meet and greet all the way through, but you're going to actually start with the phone script. So you're going to start with the phone script, go into the meet and greet, and go right into the whole guest sheet all the way through. And then you're going to, once we're done with the guest sheet, you're going to tell me all the steps. So we kind of got a lot of material to cover. So I'm going to let you guys take lunch now. It's 11:45. I will send out the link to your email and also on the text like I have, and I will see you at 1 o'clock.